You said today in your United Nations speech it was strange that the victims of a crime against humanity were being told what procedures were proper to rid themselves of that crime. What did you mean by that?
Well, we are told, for example, that we must lift sanctions. We must call off the armed struggle. We consider this approach to be totally incorrect because the methods which are used by an oppressor, the methods of political action used by the oppressed are determined by the oppressor. In South Africa, the methods which the people are using to oppose apartheid and racial discrimination are determined by the government. Where the government talks peacefully, wants to solve problems by peaceful means, talks to the oppressed, it would be very difficult for them to turn to violence. But when the government bans political organizations, bans political activities, paralyzes individuals by imposing bans on them, and intensifies oppression, and carries on a brutal suppression of all political activities, what do you expect us to do? We must resort to violence in order to defend ourselves. But many people, especially in the West, seem to be blinded to this reality, that we ought not to have embarked on violence. We ought not to continue with violence when we are negotiating. We know better because we are the people who are responsible for this negotiating process. And we should be telling the world what methods of action should be abandoned and at what time. It is not for the international community to try to lecture to us as to what methods of action we should use.